Jeremy Mcgrath getting ready at the gate. David Bailey, what's running through his mind right now? He was darn near perfect in qualifying.
Well, I think he just needs to get out and get a great start. Maybe get on those brakes a little bit sooner than he did in the heat race. Try to hold that lead through the corner and do the same thing he did. We've already seen him come through the pack. I think if he gets the whole shot, he's just gone.
Johnny O'Mara giving instructions to Ricky Carmichael. Let's go down to Davey Coombs.
Hey, David, remember what we were talking about earlier about Robbie Reynard keeping that power on the ground with the rear wheel? Well, check it out. He's got the far inside spot. That's choice for him, but look who's next to him, Jeremy Mcgrath.
What a scenario you have there. I'm kind of surprised that Mcgrath didn't choose that all the way inside gate. I never really liked having guys on both sides of me, especially if I'm all the way on the inside. I don't need another elbow to mess me up on the gate, but he's confident that he can get out over it, close off Reynard.
Some terrific riders, the best in the world, nervously moving back and forth, visualizing their start. Jeremy Mcgrath, number 1. Randy Lawrence's mechanic.
And he got Lusk and Larry Ward and Carmichael. I can't believe how much talent is on this starting line. It is unbelievable.
The Yamaha, an entirely new machine. Everything but the clutch plates are new on Jeremy Mcgrath's machine.
On the far outside, Team Kawasaki's Jeff Emig and Huffman. It's going to be tough to get a start from out there.
The fans on their feet right now as we look at Ricky Carmichael. Can he win his very first 250 race? The board is sideways. We're set to go. And the round number 1 of the 250 Supercross Series is underway. Number 5. That's Pichon. And number 7, Larry Ward. It's Larry Ward taking the lead out of turn 2. Right there, number 5 is Pichon with number 4 right behind him as Lusk. Jeremy Mcgrath is in 5th, but cutting him off was John Dowd.
Look at Carmichael just coming into the picture, getting around Dowd, it looks like. Carmichael passed 2 riders, including Mcgrath, after the whoop section.
Did it surprise you they got through turn 1 cleanly? Here comes number 5. Yes, sirree. Mikel Pichon takes the lead. What a surprise to many. Number 7, Larry Ward, trying to get right back into the action. Larry Ward with his 2nd Supercross win of his career last year in Tampa in the mud. He's on the hard pack right now as we go back and forth. Mikel Pichon and Larry Ward.
Ward is a Honda sandwich right now, trying to get himself back up front again.
Larry Ward takes the lead. Mikel Pichon, Ezra Lusk, Jeremy Mcgrath, Ricky Carmichael, Kevin Windham, John Dowd. That's your order.
Mcgrath has moved his way back around Carmichael and is right on the back door of half a Team Honda anyway. Boy, what a slick move by Ward. Gets past. I bet you Pichon thought, well, that's the end of that. I thought it was too, as a matter of fact. And Ward sneaks right back in there. And part of that is experience. He did it in the slipperiest part of the racetrack.
Larry Ward in a battle. Finished in the top 10, 8 of the last 9 years. Very consistent. Boy, would it be a feather in his cap to take away with the opener.
Look at Mcgrath, just delicately sliding it in on the inside. Carmichael staying glued to Mcgrath. This is a freight train of some of the best riders I've ever seen in the main event. Look at how close they all are, Art.
Outstanding to watch this action.
Windham switched to the yellow clothing.
Here's my
for the main event.
Ricky Carmichael, number 9. He's trying to put the heat on Jeremy Mcgrath.
Right behind him is Carmichael. Windham, rather.
Pichon to the inside on Ward. Can't quite get the angle. Ward maintains his lead out in front with the 2 Hondas right behind him. Then it's Jeremy Mcgrath and Ricky Carmichael. There's the battle for 2nd place. Look out. Number 4, Lusk holds on to 3rd. Back and forth we go.
While they went back and forth, right behind him, Carmichael and Mcgrath went back and forth. Carmichael got the better edge of that one.
Let's reset the order. It's Ward, Pichon, Lusk, Carmichael, now Windham, and then Jeremy Mcgrath. Number 3, Mike Larocco, is behind Mcgrath now.
This is going to be a fight all year long. If this is any indication for Mcgrath to try to win here now, he's got to pass probably more great riders than he's ever had to do in his entire career.
5 riders in front of him. Mcgrath tries to cut in front of Windham, and we've got a 3-way battle with Jeremy Mcgrath in the fold.
Carmichael just scared. Look at the stuff that Carmichael's jumping. A completely different timing. That's how it set up the pass for him on Mcgrath the lap before.
Ward, Michon, Lusk, Carmichael, Windham, and then Mcgrath.
Right, one little tiny mistake, and he dropped like 3 positions. So tight.
Very cautious on those slick turns. The experienced riders then turn up the throttle. Ward through the whoops. A little rough from Pichon.
Here comes Lusk.
Lusk number 4 to the inside of Mikel Pichon. The 2-team Honda battling it out.
Lusk looking over his shoulder just to make sure, like, okay, I'm clear of you. I'm going to move over to the inside now. This will change the complexion of things now for Larry Ward, because he's going to notice that number 4 back there now, not 5. Lusk's maybe a little bit more aggressive than Pichon.
Larry Ward has placed a 3rd here at Anaheim and a 2nd before. One year he had a broken thumb. He didn't run. But Larry Ward trying to hold on to the lead position over Ezra Lusk.
Well, I'll tell you what, both of Larry Ward's victories in his hometown in Seattle, then in Tampa last year, very emotional. I'll tell you, if he can hold off these guys in this one, this would be the all-time greatest for him.
There's the defending champion, Jeremy Mcgrath. Mcgrath has won 3 times the opener and gone on to win the title that year. But, of course, he's won 2 other titles where he didn't capture the opening round.
What a great time for a sellout to see a race this close. Usually by this time in the race, it's been Mcgrath pulling away, or something's happened with some of the top riders getting hung up in the first corner. They're all still right out front.
Here comes Windham, number 14, Team Honda, trying to challenge Ricky Carmichael. They tick wheels. Windham just searching for a position to get around Ricky Carmichael.
Mcgrath is so slick. He didn't even double that jump, didn't lose any time. He almost made a pass, as a matter of fact.
What a battle for the lead we've got going now as Larry Ward was side by side with Ezra Lusk. Suzuki hasn't won here in Anaheim since the early 80s.
Whoa. Lusk squaring that corner, Pichon coming in. They almost get together.
The 4-time winner last year, Ezra Lusk, number 4. Looks like a heat-seeking missile.
How about Larry Ward?
Exhaust pipe.
This is unbelievable. This guy has been around for so long. Had so much success in overseas.
And in 1995 was the only privateer to get into a 2nd place position in the points to Jeremy Mcgrath. Ezra Lusk to the inside. Ward looks over to him. Ward retakes the lead on the advantage.
Boy, that was beautiful. And the way he won his first ever Supercross against Jeff Natasevich in Seattle was a lot of that type of block passing.
1990.
Larry
Came
Ward
back last year for his 2nd win, and there is Ezra Lusk. Larry Ward is being overtaken by Mikel Pichon. So the 2 Team Honda riders, 1 and 2, going down. Jeremy Mcgrath, Ricky Carmichael, and Mcgrath touched wheels.
Emmett goes by Mcgrath. There goes Mcgrath's teammate, Steve Lamson. So
Lamson, number 24.
in a heartbeat, things can change in a hurry.
Okay, let's reset the lead then. It's Ezra Lusk, number 4 on the Team Honda, number 5, Mikel Pichon behind him. Larry Ward now in 3rd position with Kevin Windham knocking on his door. And right behind him is Mike LaRocco. Check it out again, David.
Watch what happens right here. Mcgrath gets tangled right there with Ricky Carmichael. Carmichael almost goes down in the process. Just guys coming out of that corner the lap before. Pichon and Lusk got very close. So much good talent out front. There's not enough room for everybody.
Well, after Jeremy Mcgrath surprisingly left Honda, not one single win for Team Honda in 1997. Ezra Lusk came back with 4 wins for that team.
Oh,
Mike LaRocco cutting inside of Ward. So we've got 3 Hondas now. 1, 2, and 3. And I was just going to say, that after Lusk was almost the single standard bearer for Honda last year, Honda went out to beef things up. They didn't want to take any chances. They gave Mike LaRocco brand new equipment.
Now they got the top 4 spots. So it's all paid off.
Pace Supercross in his 25th year will return to Anaheim shortly. Mike LaRocco, halfway mark. Coming up, 10 laps to go.
That is still a long ways to go. Larry Ward, where the bottom just fell out. I don't know if he got tired or his arms pumped up. I would have to think that he got a little nervous. Maybe he got some arm pump because he went from riding super to just off the pace.
LaRocco in the Honda stopwatch has 5.2 seconds to catch up to the leader in 10 laps.
It's plenty of time. We've seen what happened in Mcgrath in one corner.
There's Mcgrath going through the picture. Steve Lamson behind him. 17, Robbie Raynard.
This track just keeps getting slicker. There goes Phil Lawrence. Albertine.
Albertine only 33 seconds back.
Button and Tortelli.
Did you expect a little bit more from Button's 4-stroke here?
Absolutely. I thought I put money on him to get the whole shot. I was watching him yesterday in the practice. He started with everybody about half a dozen times. He got every start.
A little wider tire.
Maybe a little over
horsepower. And with a slick surface like this, it was a very similar surface in Las Vegas when Henry won the first 4-stroke 250 victory.
There's Cliff White.
Team manager of Honda.
My mechanic for 6 years at Honda. He is a smart man. He has got to be happy with the way things are going. I know he was probably more nervous than the riders were because he has rebuilt this team, but if they didn't win or have this kind of a showing so far, it's a lot of weight on his shoulders.
4 Hondas and then John Dowd, the 125 West Coast winner last year.
Now Lusk is starting to quadruple those. Pichon's tripling and then taking the inside. Doesn't lose much time, just a little bit each lap.
Ricky Carmichael is in 6th, Ward is in 7th, Emig in 8th, and Mcgrath in 9th.
Tell you who's putting in a pretty good ride, Art, is John Dowd.
John Dowd very, very steady.
Right back there behind Kevin Windham. They've stayed about the same. Holding off Carmichael.
8 laps to go.
How about that? Emig having to go all the way to the last chance. He's riding around ahead of Mcgrath right now.
His next target, Larry Ward, in the battle for 7th.
Now you see Mcgrath just right behind Emig there. Who would have thought that the way things went out of the heat races, or last chance for that matter, that Emig would be ahead of Jeremy right now.
David, in many Supercross tracks, the whoops are a short distance, but are very, very important as far as the time on the track is concerned. Look at there, Emig with a great pass on Ward. What I'm saying is, what do you think about the short whoop section here? It's even shorter than normal.
And we're seeing a lot of things happen through there, and part of that is because of the entrance. You make a left, and the whoops start right away. Then you go up a little hill and then back down. Jeremy moving up another spot.
Our field summary, Lusk, Pichon, LaRocco, Windham, and John Dowd.
The approach to that whoop section is what's making it so tough right now, and also it's so slick.
Let's go down to Trackside and Davey Combs.
Mike Gosler, I'm telling you, those Hondas are flying, especially your rider, Ezra Lusk. You guys got to be stoked.
Yeah, we're really stoked. I mean, we've been working hard in the offseason. It looks like it may have paid off. Looking good. Let's hope it stays that way.
What about Pichon? You nervous about a teammate being second?
Yeah, I see him back there. I see all of our teammates back there. Looks good.
The last Honda sweep in Supercross goes back to San Jose in 1990.
I've been involved in a couple of those, Hannah, myself, and O'Mara, but that's all the way back to 1983.
The battle for 7th right now is out in front. 4 Hondas in almost a freight train effect.
See Mcgrath reach down in the air and readjust his clutch. Not much time in the air over that finish line. He just reached up there nice and casual and goes, I need a little more clutch now.
Mcgrath having to reach back mentally after 6 for 6 in his last 6 races here in Anaheim.
Well, all good things come to an end at some point, but just because he's having bad luck here doesn't mean it's He hasn't been the fastest rider out here of the night at times. He's well in the hunt. I think he's just going to learn a lesson. This is probably just going to make him a little bit more motivated for the rounds 2 and 3. Last year, he kind of took his time, worked his way into it, got in that great battle with Lusk, and finally picked up a win in Seattle and just eased his way into that points lead, never let go.
Carmichael, Emig, and Mcgrath. Mcgrath doesn't seem to be able to get behind or get ahead of Jeff Emig right now with 5 laps to go. Time is running down. In control is Ezra Lusk, the 4-time winner last year.
There's the corner where it all went sour for Jeremy.
Randy Lawrence is the mechanic for Jeremy Mcgrath, and Davey Coombs is with him now.
Randy thinks we're going so good in the heat race, and then Jeremy had some problems. Is there something wrong with his clutch?
No, he's just adjusting his clutch right there, but I don't know, maybe he was a little bit too relaxed today. The nerves really weren't high in the pits. Everyone's pretty relaxed. And I came out here, he actually got a pretty decent start, getting down here to the first turn and kind of got pinched a little bit. And then just trying to get through, he was being aggressive and ended up going down. So he's trying to regroup and get back up in there right now.
He just made the pass on Jeff Emig. Emig trying to come back as they're side by side. But a good move by Jeremy Mcgrath. He's hanging in there. Ricky Carmichael in front of him.
That was just patience. Emig is tough to pass. These guys ended up together a lot of times. You think that Jeremy would know how to do it by now, and Emig would certainly know how to hold him off. That's why it took so long. Jeremy just had to wait for just the perfect spot.
Jeremy Mcgrath in the first year of a 2-year renewal of his Chaparral contract. Incidentally, Larry Ward fans, he's gone from 1st to 14th. And here's our leader, Ezra Lusk.
White flag.
Final lap. The white flag is waving. Lusk is looking for his 7th career win.
And John Dowd will not let go of the back bell. And he's actually... Dowd had briefly passed Kevin Windham there, and Windham got him right back. Passed him over the finish line jump. Windham just waited and cut back underneath him.
Jeremy Mcgrath passing Robbie Rayner. And Mikel Pachon still in 2nd place with LaRocco in 3rd. But number 4 is headed toward his first opening win. His first time to win an opener. The checkers are out for Ezra Lusk. He was headed for his very first 250 podium quite some time ago when he collided with Emig and went down on the last lap. But the last lap here tonight in Anaheim was no problem for Ezra Lusk. And we'll be back to hear from our winner after these words.